sharing next time. And now let's go to the like a Dharma's. I mean, we are going to have a teacher, Chen Shuman, and she is also doing the study, okay, with us, right? And my husband wanted me to imitate her talking style, and I said this is super difficult for me, right? It's impossible for me. And her talking is always gentle and like a tender. And and do you know that how long ago had she just finished her PowerPoint? Let me tell you the answer. She just finished such like a PowerPoint 3 months earlier than her presentation. How wonderful this is.
And she's the one always provide the PowerPoint and all the information on times. And that's welcome her with our password. I like to be with you because you have positive energies. So, Sister Schumanns, venerable masters, master from abode, and all of the brother and sister, good morning. And what I'm going to tell you is about the hold on to the opportunity to benefit the world. The actually the world is fragile, and in 2023, in February 6th, in Turkey, there was an earthquake happens that caused thousands of building collapse and more than 30,000 people were killed, and it affected more than 26 million people. A lot of people become homeless. At that time, it was very cold outside, and the victims they have to also worry about whether there will be the aftershock after that, and also they have to facing they were separate from their loved one forever. And actually, lots of them were already planning for what they're going to do the next day. But who knows what's going to happen on that day? The earthquake was going to happen, and they had to face they were separate their family. Their loved one was killed during the earthquake, and also the collapsed building. So let's hear from the master's preachings. And Turkey was shaken in a split seconds in the early mornings. So how many thousands of houses were damaged or collapsed in that moment? And all of this was just happens within seconds. And suddenly there were constantly aftershocks happens. So which made them feel unease for 2 days, especially during that moment. They were so frightening and scared of their lives. This is really sad. This is truly called miserable. And people were very uneasy at all time. And outside, it was so cold outside and facing the collapsed buildings. I was wondering, how do they feel? It is really difficult, indescribable, and unbearable. Because some of them might injured or their loved one had died. That kind of indescribable, speechless feelings, maybe at that moment, there's only one word can describe it. It's called heartbroken. I'm looking at this footage. How can we bear with this? Such a cute little kiss. Under the normal circumstances, they should be loved by their parents, by their family. But unfortunately, they're facing this earthquake, this disaster. But fortunately, they were rescued. I sincerely hope that in the future they can stay safe and peace. And whenever there's love, there's hope. A lot of Taiwanese people, when they heard about this news, they took actions to donate the supplies, and their loves all sending from all over Taiwan into Neihu's office, and the Turkey Trade Office entrusts Tzu Ji to sorting the materials, and lots of volunteers activate themselves and volunteer to sorting the material and the supplies. And also lots of young generation of volunteer to help. So in Nehu, there were more than thousands of volunteers to help sorting and packing the relief supplies. Just within 3 days, they packed more than 8,000 boxes to ship it to the disaster area. So this is the great witness of Taiwan's great loves. And the Turkey disaster investing teams, they arrived Turkey on the February 11th, and they seized the time to initiate the relief distributions. And Master especially tell the volunteers that when Tzu held the relief distribution, the amount of supplies and funds have to be enough to make the recipients feel that they are truly being helped, and therefore it should not be just a small amount. The amount should be enough for them to spend. But the pain in their hearts might not be bearable by ordinary people, and they still have to bear this. So I think there will be no smile on their face today. But I hope the supplies that we gave them through our heart, they can warm up their hearts. And Master said they have mobilized a lot of people for many things. A group of students, they were primary school students before from Manahai International School, and now they are college students now. And this group of college students also gathering together to participating in the distributing activities and to take care of all these suffering peoples. And in Turkey, that we can initiate all these rescue work in a timely manners. It is really a blessing to have Tzu Ji. Recently, I keep thinking that I feel it was so lucky that it's so great to have Tzu Ji. The affinity between Taiwan and Tzu Ji has more than 20 years. Do you still remember in 1990 that there was a major earthquake also happened in Turkey? And we launched the activity of bring love to Turkey and to relieve the sufferings. And lots of people, lots of volunteers, they pick up a donation box, walk on the street to raise funds, to raise love. And 20 years later, there is another disaster that happens to Turkey. Also, the volunteer in and outside of Taiwan, all over the world, all come to help, and everybody all pick up their bamboo banks to donate their blessing to turkeys. And all of these, this power is like lights of the fireflies. Even it's a glimmers, but with a group of a firefly, it can shine up the sky in the dark. And the master says to exercise love that we has to continue to do this every day, not just for the moments. And the master says to send the bits and pieces of coins pouring from the bamboo bank. This is hope. With hope that we can gather our power to help the sufferings, and we really appreciate that all of our living bodhisattvas to exert our ability that everybody can actually activate it to take actions, and they can exert their power of love from each one of us. So doing good, this is not just the privilege of the rich, but the participation of those who are thoughtful. The master says, no matter how dedicated each person is, the power is limited. But with everyone's contribution, just like a drop of water flowing to a river, and the river contains everybody's contribution, which can nourish the vast area, so everyone has immeasurable merits, blessing, and wisdoms. And the value of life is the contributions to the humanities. The masters tell the stories that um, one of the person that he was in the house, and master says, I don't know what is the good things that I can do, and but I'm rich. Can I just exchange with you? But the and the person says, can I just have $1? But whatever you find, you just couldn't find that $1. Well, in this life that we were so blessed that we can be in Tzu Chi, we always have all this opportunity to make contribution to the world. We have to cherish all of the affinities because we cannot take anything with us when we pass away, but only the merits that we can leave to this world. Thank you for her sharings. And let's read the feedback from the audience. I'm so sorry because I was running around and I say, hello, teacher and our principals. Her guide reading, I can feel that this was so relaxing to listen to her sharing. So every time when I listen to her sharing, I cannot stop wondering, are you always been so soft and so gentle at school, even you are teaching at school as a teacher? It is so amazing that she is such a soft person, such a gentle person. Actually, she take care of lots of issues in study groups. Sometimes I might give her a harsh face, but she always responds to me in a smiling face. And at the same time, when this is your first time here, and we really recommend you the books that's read upon the cloud. Well, if you already have it, then you don't have it. But there's another good, and there's another new books. It was written by Brother Du Junyuan to memorize, to remember Brother Du Junyuan's stories. We don't want everybody to have it. Maybe some of you might not or doesn't really have time to read this, but the blessing will means nothing. But if you are at the same right now, if you really want to have these books, you really want to read it and to remember and to understand the history of Jin Si Hao, then please come to me and we can share this book with you. He is really our role models because he is connected with the Jin Si Hao. And let's read the feedback about the Sister Shuman. And during her sharing, we preparing the cards. The cards is so pretty. Actually, I look at the Jingsi bookstores. I always look for the products that I like. And this products that I just newly find, there were cards inside of it, and there were very nice cards. And our team already passed to all of the audience at the things because there are two kinds of cards, and by the end of the study groups, if you need it, and after the activities, after the study groups, then you can buy one to bring home. And for the brothers, you can write down your your message to your loved ones and to celebrate the ladies' days, to write down your blessings to your loved ones or to your family. Everybody write down a blessing to someone. And even the Jingsi bookstore, even such a blessing cards, the quality is very good. And sometimes we just don't pay attention on it. And 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 feedback from the audience that's even to seize the opportunity to benefit the societies and seize all of the uh, opportunity to help in Neihu to sorting the supply goods. And her PowerPoint is always very precisely and very clearly. I really appreciate her sharing that she always settle our calm down our hearts, and her love is always warm of our hearts. We really appreciate and we believe that a lot of people already write down the feedback from the English. A sister says that the value of life, we really need to seize every opportunity to make contributions. And let's recall the affinity between Turkey 24 years ago. It already formed a relationship between Taiwan and Turkey. And there's another message from brother Yishai. So you can transfer all of the message written from China to our websites. And the Dharma put the Dharma teaching in our heart and put it into practice. I really sent my blessing to brother Yi Qing's, and she saw the opportunity, and all of the volunteer in Tzu Chi always very helpful. And we thanks to Sister Shuman's guide reading. And Brother Bijan say the sister's guide reading always very calm and very clearly. And we also witnessed the Turkey's disaster. All the volunteer really contributes their powers to help all the disaster areas, all the victims there. We thanks for Master's preachings that we can form this Dharma affinities with everyone. Because a lot of times we probably short of volunteers, so we don't really have a lot of manpowers to write down the feedbacks. We appreciate the guide readers, Shuman. So can I say something? And I just realized not just to praise the Sister Shuman, as I would like to say something about teacher Mei Yun. And look at her. She always keep reading the feedback from her cell phone, and she had to react quickly. She had to speak and react at the same time. She is really busy and very efficiency. Indeed, because the technologies that we can connect all of the feedback from all over the world, like from Yilan, she said the persistence can make you a better self. And in this place, we have the feedback from Canada. It says, we're so happy to be here with everybody that we can study online together. And the other people said the persistence can make you a better person. And everybody say hello to the online study members. And also the feedback from Taoyuan, he says that she wants to buy those bags, the bags that we raise fund for Japan's. See, even for people from overseas, they can purchase those bags online. And we thank you for leaving the message on this website. And I just saw another message from Hanwen's. I won't be frightened that teacher Mei Yun. Maybe some days you can be just like a Sister Shuman. You can be as gentle, as soft, like Sister Shuman. So everybody, please leave message what you feel about the sharings. And I really appreciate all the messages. And from Leopold's, so when our heart was polluted by the materials, and it will cause more disaster. I think for Tzu Chi's volunteer, like and sees the opportunity to benefit the world. And the next sharing, we will like to say that to turn over Africa to change their situation there. And also, Brother Hu Guangxuan will come online next month. And I